train from Da Nang to Hue. We should get the wrong seats again. Third time in a row. First one was because the carriage was put on back front. The second one was I deliberately chose it wrong because I thought the carriage might be on back front. And then the third one, the train reversed, came in the right way and then reversed out. So there we go. So I jumped into somebody else's seat. Some of these quite spectacular views. So this is known as the Perfume River. It divides the new town there with the older town the other side of the river and the citadel, which we're about to go and explore. So we're just heading into the citadel of Hue. Big wall all around and a moat by the look of it. So this is one of the palaces that the emperor used to use a couple of days a month. It's just been restored, finished a couple of months ago, so it should be all done nicely inside, although it was originally built around the 1840s. So this is a palace, it's called the Tai Hoa Palace, and it's where the many emperors under the French occupation in the 1800s through to 1945. Lionel Emperor number 13 announced that he was giving up the throne and handed over power to Ho Chi Minh. So this is the entrance to the Emperor's Temple. This is the palace that was built by the 13th Emperor and the final Emperor, and he lived his life a bit like a playboy. He had a much more Western life, including tennis courts and shooting parties, gambling, all that sort of good stuff. And the grassy patch here is mainly was all the Queen's palaces, but have all been destroyed. It's quite grand inside as well. So we've just come out on the bikes for the day, visiting a few of the local temples and tombs. So the first one is Tien Mu Pagoda, which I'll try not to get run over by a bike. Here we go. So there it is. So we learned yesterday the difference between a pagoda and a temple is that pagodas are temples or places of worship to Buddhism, and temples are places of worship to ancestors and people that have lived in the past. So this is what they call the incense village. So there's hundreds and hundreds of incense sticks. A couple of Instagram posers. Everywhere, yeah, you get them everywhere. So, shops both sides of the street, all selling the same stuff, which is half of the course over here. If you can see one shop selling bananas, you'll find 5 right next door selling bananas. There we go, lots of sticks, a few lanterns. That's what this is quite decorative. I've got yeah, this is quite a pretty little stall. Some nice flowers at the end, roses. And these are the sticks being made with a bit of sandalwood and oil. Simple process. So we're on top of Van Can Hill. I'm not too sure if that's the Perfume River in front of us, but it's quite a lovely peaceful spot just out of the town of Hue. Here we are at Myanmar Temple, or sorry, Mausoleum. So this is where the 4th Emperor was buried. And the gate there that you've just seen was where he was brought in through with his coffin. That's the only time that gate's ever been opened. And then this is called the Steel House. So this is the main gate that's into his temple. You can hear me over the cockerel. So at the end of the complex is the archway or gate into where the Emperor's final resting place was, but the gate's locked all year round apart from one day a year, so I'm not allowed in there, which is a bit disappointing. I haven't come all this way, but yeah, it's in nice grounds anyway. There's a lot of reasons why he chose this place to be buried, to protect him from the winds and the rains from certain angles and through the hills and stuff. Nice, we've arrived at Kai Din Mausoleum. The 12th, second last emperor died, or was buried rather, and only about 100 years ago, so not that old, and similar sort of structure as, or layout as the previous one. Everything in a straight line, different temples, different gates, and then the one at the top is where he's buried. So that's the palace where he's buried and worshipped in. On a bit of a hill. So this is the final resting place of the 12th Emperor. So one of the stranger tourist attractions in Hue is a abandoned water park with a big dragon, and Jan's just about to be eaten by a shark. Very good. There's the dragon in all its glory. I'm not talking about Jan either. Called Tantone Tile Bridge, and it's built in 1776, made out of wood. So, don't think it's been restored. Don't say it's been restored over the years. Probably has been. Probably blown up a few times. A little altar in the middle. That's quite a pretty little bridge, really, isn't it? So we're just outside of Hue. There's Jan waving at us. And we're going through a load of rice fields, but they've got little burial chambers around as well. So it's a deep red sun going down, a bit like a sun at Kratie in Cambodia. So there are dodgy scooters from Hue.
Hour and a half.
Been going an hour and a half. And, we got to the bottom of the Haivan Pass, so we got to go up and over the hill. But we can't really, well, can't see too much here.
No.
But there's the town that we're starting from. I can't remember what the name is.
And the Haivan Pass is very famous for Jeremy Clarkson doing this trek on one of his shows.
Yes, on the old Top
so,
Gear.
Yeah.
So we got to go up that way and see how we get on. So our first stop was the Haivan Pass. We weren't really expecting it, but there's a big waterfall. So there we go, nice big waterfall. Some people knew you could swim here, we didn't, bring our swimmers. And they did. So there we go, there's a view of the beach and the sea and the train track down below. that we went on the other day. See that off into the distance as well. It's been a really quite straightforward ride. It's not been too difficult at all. This is our little stop for lunch. Little cafe with some good views over the seas below.